Oh, hello and welcome to Kentucky Brew Reviews. I'm Radar.
Special K, and tonight we're doing Sauza Tequila. This
is the silver, in case you couldn't tell that this is not aged.
We're focusing on silver tequila right now on the show. At some point we'll switch to the aged versions, but right now we're trying to get through silver.
There's a wide variety of aged tequila, and I just felt like it made sense to start with the unaged tequila.
This one is, I'm trying to find the proof. Oh, there it is. 40% alcohol, volume 8 proof. All right. So we had a bunch of people on the show recommend this.
Yeah. Actually, one of my friends told me we should try this, independent of the show, because he's watched us one time.
It's not like we have 1,300 videos or anything.
I mean, it's one of those things where you're like, hey, I've been on YouTube, and they go, no kidding. And then they watch a video, they're like, yeah, that was weird. And then they continue with their life.
Yeah, because everybody knows, like, our personality in real life versus YouTube, like, you're going to personify your personality. No, you're amping it up.
Oh, yeah, most certainly.
I mean, not really. I mean, well, at least for some of us.
I don't know what you're talking about. This is how I am all the time.
I'm pretty reserved, honestly, at home. You bring the worst out of me. So.
Nah, I do that off camera. That's my job.
Hit the pepper. Get a nice agave in there. Your normal. It's typical. It smells good.
The pepper is a whole lot cleaner, though. You know how
white pepper maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely a nice agave scent, though. Like,
what's this like? This is like what, $16? Not too bad.
Yeah, no, it wasn't very expensive. But agave is like one of the best smelling ingredients in alcohol that there is.
I like gin a lot. I like juniper.
Okay, yeah, that's also pretty nice. But agave is just like, it's sweet and it's also savory, and there's like a I really don't want to use that word, but kind of like an umami thing.
You do not.
Shut up. All right.
Do not use that word.
It's like a
that is not allowed on the show.
It's like a weird curvy scent. All right. That's how I think about umami.
I consider tequila. It's in a category kind of like gin is and herbal liqueurs. It's kind of like over here. I have my whiskey, bourbon, and like vodka here, and then the weird herbal. I prefer gin over everything else.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've always been a gin guy, but that's.
Just because of the herbal, the little bit of herbal punch that it's got.
Tequila, I like margaritas. I've never been much of a shooter of tequila.
There are some tequilas that are nice for sipping, but if you're going to drink most tequilas, it's going to wind up being a shooter with a strong follow-up. Like salt.
That is very peppery up front.
Ooh, yeah. And that pepperiness, that pepper follows through, though. It's
weirdly bitter.
It stays with you.
It does. You get a little bit of agave, but it's really, it reminds me of like white pepper or like really crappy table pepper. Like,
oh, like the pre-ground?
Yeah, the crappy. Yeah. The
stuff that comes in the steel box.
Yeah, specifically the McCormick from like the 80s, the 80s and 90s. Like that's what it reminds me of.
It definitely has some pepper in it, though. Pepperiness. We've been getting a lot of pepper out of these. One of the people commented early on and told me that pepper is like a normal thing to taste in decent vodka.
You mean tequila?
Tequila. They told me it's decent in tequila, so that could have something to do with it. Yeah, I do need a little bit more. Yeah, that's not bad. That's kind of sippy. I could sip that.
I don't love it. I think it's a little much for me in the pepper department, and it's got that weird bitterness. It's not the worst tequila I've ever had, but it's like, I think we'll find out in a minute, but I think this may be one of those tequilas that might be a better mixer.
Yeah.
Because a lot of those notes may be offensive, like straight, but those mixed, maybe a little bit more subtle.
Maybe a little bit more drawn out.
I'm just guessing because I haven't had this mixed, but straight, it's a 5 for me.
Yeah.
And I think it's average.
I'll give it a 5.5. I like that spicy pepperiness is nice. I mean, when I'm drinking tequila, I want it to taste like tequila. I want it to taste like agave, and I want it to taste kind of peppery. I kind of agree. The peppery taste is nice.
I like it much better as a mixer. It tones down the pepperiness, takes away the bitterness. It's still very pepper forward, but it's substantially better as a mixer.
That's kind of weird, actually. I didn't use a whole lot of the lemonade.
More agave comes through with the.
That pepperiness is still there, but yeah, the agave is much louder now. I think it is a better mixer. It mellows everything out. It sort of draws everything out.
And citrus is the best mixer for tequila. So I'm gonna go ahead and rate this as a mixer. I think it's a 7. I think it's a much better mixer. That margarita, like a frozen margarita or something.
Yeah.
Or even on the rocks, it would be much better. Definitely needs to be cold. I think the cold lemonade helped. But yeah, it's okay for the price. It just, for some reason, this logo reminds me of Kroger, like old Kroger. You know what I mean? Does it not a little bit? Like,
I think it's the color scheme is doing it.
It's
more than anything else.
Every time I look at it, I just think it's Kroger brand tequila.
Yeah, this is color scheme.
Because it's like if you look at it from distance, it kind of looks like their logo, and yeah, it's weird. Some people aren't gonna know what Kroger is.
I think you're right. It's a 7. This is a pretty good mixer. I would put this in my bar.
Again, it's one of those middle to bottom shelf that is there. Hey, this would make a great mixer.
Mm-hmm.
If I was making a big pitch of margaritas, this would be great.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if I'd want to shoot this. If it was really cold and I had a lime or something, or maybe just squeeze a lime juice in it, it might be a little bit better.
Shooting tequila is. I don't want to comment on whether or not I would shoot this. Shooting tequila is kind of almost a separate category from sipping tequila, if I'm being honest.
I mean, I like Patron as a shooter. It's just me.
Patron is a good shooter. It's a really good shooter.
You don't have to have a chaser.
That's the way that I had. That's the first time that I ever tried Patron was somebody bought me a shot of Patron. But anyways, this is good. I would put this in my bar. Would you buy that? Would you suggest that other people buy this?
If I would have reviewed this before I had the Kirkland brand tequila, which is $2 more for twice the amount, and it is slightly better than this, I probably would have. But now it's just kind of like there are other brands out there that I think they're a little bit better than this. If you bought it already, I don't think it's a big deal. Or if you wanted something, if you like that strong black pepper flavor, or you want a weaker agave flavor, as far as the sipper goes, this wouldn't be a bad choice. I just think it's lacking a little bit for me.
That's kind of rough, actually. Now that you mentioned the Kirkland tequila, I think I will say there's a reason to buy this over the Kirkland. Smaller bottle. Kirkland bottle would never fit inside of my bar. That definitely would. And I think that's the only reason to buy this over the Kirkland stuff.
Yeah.
You
just get a decanter.
I guess you could do that. I don't have any decanters in my bar. No.
You just put it in your port old Patron bottle.
No, the Patron bottle is too squat and too wide. It wouldn't jive with the rest of my bar.
All right. Well,
I would get this to put inside of my bar.
All right. Well, that's been our episode. If there's something you'd like to see on the channel, you can leave a comment down below. Don't forget to hit that like button. I'm Special K.
I'm Radar.
Thanks for watching.